The most controversial moments in FIFA World Cup history. Football is the world's most beloved sport, but it's also a stage for some of the most shocking, heated, and unbelievable moments ever caught on camera. From refereeing scandals and political tension, to acts of genius and pure madness, the FIFA World Cup has seen it all. In today's video, we're exploring the most controversial moments in World Cup history, events that changed rules, sparked global outrage, and still fuel debates decades later. Grab your jersey and step onto the pitch. This is the dark, dramatic, and unforgettable side of the World Cup. 1. The Match of Shame, Germany vs. Austria, 1982. Our story begins in Spain, 1982. Germany vs. Austria. A match that became so infamous, it's still known today as the Match of Shame. Algeria had shocked the world by beating both Chile and West Germany earlier. But thanks to the scheduling format, Algeria had already played their final game, while Germany and Austria faced each other knowing exactly what result would send them both through. Germany scored early. And then, the match died. For more than 80 minutes, both teams barely attacked. They passed the ball harmlessly, avoided challenges, and played at walking pace, while millions of fans booed and commentators refused to speak in protest. The world accused the two teams of a silent agreement. A 1-0 scoreline sent both Germany and Austria through, and eliminated Algeria. The scandal was so big that FIFA immediately changed the rules. Since then, the final group matches must be played at the same time, to prevent another conspiracy on the pitch. 2. The Hand of God, Diego Maradona, 1986. Now we move to Mexico, 1986, where one man delivered the most controversial goal in football history. Diego Maradona. Argentina vs. England. The tension was already high, shaped by the recent Falklands War. But the moment that stunned the world happened just 6 minutes into the second half. Maradona jumped for a loose ball against English goalkeeper Peter Shilton, and punched it into the net. The referee didn't see the handball. The goal stood. Maradona later described it as being scored, a little with the head, and a little with the hand of God. And just minutes later, he scored the goal of the century, dribbling past half the English team. Genius and controversy, within 4 minutes, the Maradona story in a nutshell. 3. South Korea's refereeing scandals, 2002. Japan and South Korea co-hosted the World Cup in 2002. And while the tournament was historic, it was also one of the most disputed in modern times. Italy and Spain, two giants of Europe, were both eliminated by South Korea amid a flood of controversial refereeing decisions. Italy had a goal disallowed, suffered a questionable red card, and were denied a clear penalty. Spain faced even worse luck. They scored twice, 2 legitimate goals, both ruled out. The linesmen raised their flags. The referee waved it off. And confusion turned into global outrage. South Korea advanced to the semi-finals, but many fans and analysts argued that poor officiating, possibly influenced by home pressure, played a decisive role. To this day, 2002 remains one of FIFA's most controversial tournaments ever. 4. Zidane's headbutt, the 2006 final. Zidane, what have you done? These were the words heard around the world during the 2006 World Cup final between France and Italy. Zinedine Zidane, French captain, national hero, and one of football's greatest players, was playing the final match of his career. In extra time, after a heated exchange, Italian defender Marco Materazzi insulted him. Zidane turned around, and delivered a powerful headbutt to Materazzi's chest. The stadium froze. Zidane was sent off with a red card. France lost the final in the penalty shootout. It became one of the most iconic and shocking moments ever seen on the sport's biggest stage. 5. The Suarez handball, Ghana vs. Uruguay, 2010. South Africa, 2010. A showdown between Ghana, Africa's last hope, and Uruguay. In the final seconds of extra time, a header from Ghana was about to cross the line. Uruguay striker Luis Suarez blocked it with both hands, an illegal save on the goal line. He was sent off, but Suarez knew something. A red card is reversible. A goal is not. Ghana missed the penalty. The match went to a shootout. Uruguay won. For some, Suarez was a villain. For others, he made a sacrifice play within the rules. Either way, it was one of the most emotionally charged endings in World Cup history. 6. Belgium's disallowed goal versus Brazil, 2002. Back to 2002, yes, again. Belgium faced Brazil in the round of 16. Early in the match, Mark Wilmot scored a clean header to put Belgium ahead, but the referee claimed there was a foul that nobody else could see. The goal was cancelled. Brazil went on to win the match. And eventually the entire tournament. Many still argue this moment changed the entire World Cup bracket. 7. The Battle of Santiago, 1962. Let's rewind to one of the darkest matches ever, Chile vs Italy in 1962. This game was so violent that police entered the pitch twice to restore order. Punches, kicks, wrestling moves, almost no football. Italian players were kicked in the face. Chilean players were knocked out. Journalists described it as war disguised as a match. It remains the most brutal game in World Cup history. 8. Qatar 2022, a tournament surrounded by controversy. The 2022 World Cup in Qatar was controversial before the first whistle even blew. The decision to award the tournament to Qatar raised accusations of bribery. Investigations revealed issues involving migrant worker rights, stadium construction deaths, extreme heat concerns, political restrictions. Even during the tournament, debates about human rights overshadowed many games. It became the most politically complicated World Cup in modern memory. The World Cup is more than a competition, it's a global story filled with triumphs and tragedies, heroes and villains, miracles and mistakes. Which moment shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into the world of football history. Thank you for watching.